Welcome to today's episode of Between Two Cars, and today we'll have to apologize because we're currently talking over some lawn noise. But today we are privileged to have on our channel fellow YouTuber Taylor from her channel, Summer Del Sol. And right here to my left, you're going to see her green Exocet, which she has built on her channel. So we suggest that you check it out because she's got a lot of DIY content out there for Miata owners, and then a whole build series on this car right here. So for this episode of Between Two Cars, we're going to talk a little bit about how you got into it and where you'd like to see it go and so on and so forth. So the floor is yours.
Well, thank you so much for having me, y'all. I really appreciate it. You know, it's been a blast kind of getting to know you and your crowd and some of our other enthusiast events. Exactly. And it's just lucky to have car folks, right? Yeah. It's always good. But I'm Taylor. I have a channel, Summer Del Sol. I've built this Exocet. It all kind of started with the Del Sol, the Honda Civic Del Sol, which this has really nothing to do with. But that's kind of where the passion bit me, you know? Just got into it and never really stopped wrenching. It was all DIY out of necessity, and now it's a little more DIY out of fun.
And so this car, our viewers are going to see in a video subsequent to this one. So trust me, we're going to answer all of your questions about the Exocet. But tell us about your time with the organization that manufactures this. And we were talking a little bit before we rolled film. And I wanted to capture some of that on camera. So talk a little bit about the car, a little bit about the manufacturer, and then a little bit about your passions, and then where you want to go with everything.
Right on. Yeah, so I actually used to work for Exomotive, probably 3 or so years ago. Was there for about 3.5 years. Loved it. You know, it's a great manufacturer here in Atlanta, which is cool. So it's a locally built car, and everything here is sourced, you know, from the States. The tubes are American made. You know, it's just a really great kit. And it's based off of a platform that is super reliable and just a riot to drive. I mean, everyone says, like, Miata's always the answer. It's in the name. So it's just such a fantastic platform, but it's really cool because it's just an inexpensive way to get into building your own car, which is not a common thing anymore. Like, it used to be really common. There were kit cars everywhere, but you just don't see them as much anymore. And it's the best bang for your buck because you get the platform that is tried and true, and the ease because it's like a Lego car. That's what we love to call it. So I worked there for some time, got to learn more about the kit, fell in love with it, you know, fell in love more with motorsport, and looking forward to taking this thing to even more. The donor went to a lot of autocross and had plans for track days, but I think I have a better platform here for my daily that will hopefully be the future HPDE machine. And then eventually I'll track this one, but I'm just a little too invested right now.
Awesome. Now, some of you might recognize Taylor from our Shift Women video that we did a while back. I want to hit on that for a moment just because, yet again, we think that is a phenomenal resource within the community. And then Taylor has kind of helped some of the less knowledgeable or precepted some of the less knowledgeable individuals in...
Probably led them astray.
Into doing things that are maintenance issues that can cost a lot of money, but she's helped a lot of people save money. So thanks for being a part of that organization.
Yes, I'm so lucky to be a part of it. Holly, who has kind of spearheaded this, has just moved mountains. It's so cool to see all the stuff she's doing, and you know, that group as a whole, they all are, you know, we've all got skin in the game for it, and they're just phenomenal. It's great to be around them and get to know them better. So check out Shift Women.
And then there's another organization that we were going to talk about when we were conversing prior. So tell us a little bit about that.
I fear I forgot.
Okay.
Wait, sorry for the context. What's
No,
the context?
no, the context was like Formula.
Oh, yes. Formula Woman, yes.
Yes.
So I've signed up for Formula Woman. It's this phenomenal kind of global effort to get more women in motorsport.
Okay.
And it's fair because it's a pretty low entry for what you get. Like, it's still $100 is not cheap. Like,
right.
It's not.
It's not $1,000 though.
It's not $1,000, but it's not. HPDEs are usually like $200, $300 a weekend for a great one if you're going to like Jay Zilla, who manages the price well. But you're going to spend at least $250 for entry. You know, it's not, you're not counting in car maintenance and all that comes with it. So it's a really easy platform to introduce women who maybe don't have a car to drive, or you know, you literally only need a driver's license to get in, because we're trying to build that network and introduce people into it. And maybe you're not a pro driver yet, but it shows you this network of people that can help you get there. And so they're essentially racing globally. They're going to be working, I think, with Skip Barber here in the States.
Awesome.
But it's UK based. So potentially, like, if the women who sign up here in the States do well, we could be driving McLarens in the UK, like,
awesome.
down the line, as I understand it, because I think McLaren is doing some sort of sponsorship for it. So you better believe I put some pennies together and signed up. So very excited, because it's tough to get into motorsport. You know, I'm fortunate now to where I can kind of have a little slush fund to spend on this. But it's not cheap.
Right.
It's not cheap if you don't have sponsors, if you don't have the connections, if you don't have, I mean, I'm very privileged and fortunate. You know, I've worked hard for what I do, but not everybody has that ability. So I think, you know, platforms like Formula Women, platforms like Shift Women are just so great, because you're bringing everybody together to lift everybody up. I think that's so important.
I couldn't agree more. So folks, that's Taylor with Summerdale Soul. Check out her YouTube channel in a nutshell. Again, you're going to see a lot more content on this. If you want to check it out, head over to her channel. It is Summer_Del_Soul_.
That's me.
The link will be down in the description of this video. Thanks for coming on our channel.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me. I feel so privileged to be here, between signing the shirt
Yeah.
and cracking me up. It's like, oh yeah, will you sign the shirt? And like, oh, there's Randy and Sarah, and then just me.
It's not just you. So folks, she's one to watch out for. Check her out. She is another up and coming YouTube star. And remember to hit that subscribe button at the bottom of your screen. And while you're doing that, why don't you hop over to her channel and do the same, so that you don't miss awesome content like this right here. We'll talk to you soon.